Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Malifaux, and this is a game I'm not proud of. It's one of those ones us producers do just have to man up and put out there. This is my first game with McMourning, and it ain't pretty. I lose deployment and set up here. I've got the Carrion Emissary, with Conflux of Forbidden Knowledge. Chiaki the Niece, Sebastian, with Those Are Not Ours. A Nurse, a Rotten Bell, McMourning, with Plastic Surgery, Decaying Aura and Moonlighting. The Zombie Chihuahua and Rafkin, or my alternate, Rowan Nilsson. And if anyone knows what that's in reference to, please let me know. As far as I can find, there was a Swedish child serial killer who was the last person to be executed, I think, in Sweden, by the name of Nilsson, but that seems a bit obscure. So if you know, hit me up with the info. For terrain, I should have said, we've got forests, height 1, severe, climbable, soft cover walls, impassable hard cover, not blocking, impassable rock, probably impassable column things, more impassable, and these buildings are impassable, blocking hard cover. You can run the black bits, ignore, they're normal terrain. You can climb the buildings as well. My opponent's brought out Pandora, and she's got a Sorrow, the mysterious effigy, Pandora, with Aether Connection, Fears Given Form, and the box opens. And he's going for the Brawler build here. Iggy, with his new upgrade, the Enraged Tantrum. Sorrow, Rougarou, Puppet Cade, with Depression, Doppelganger, and Primordial Magic. So the plan is the Chihuahua is going to hit Rowan up for some poison, place him a bit too far away to make the most of that, unfortunately, and then she's going to run off to this corner, drop some scheme markers, and then make her way back to the centre over the course of the game to help out. Carrion Emissary is going to go off to the other corner, drop some scheme markers, and then use the zombies I get from the Shards of the Cathera and Claims of the Dead to keep scoring Claim Jump on his own, and he should be pretty hard to shift out there. Everyone else is going to hit the centre and have a great big poison party. Turn all my opponent's dudes into dogs and flesh constructs, drop loads of markers, hold the centre, tail Pandora all game. Job is a good one. Let's see how it goes. We go into turn 1, and I'm now forcing my opponents to cut my deck, because I'm tired of losing games despite having awesome control hands. Yeah. I can't help it, guys, it's a curse. We start off with some jiggling, the Chihuahua just stays where it is and gives Rafkin poison, who Rafkin heads out over here. I've got the Primordial Magic coming up, the Rougarou is coming up and dropping a scheme marker, and my Nurse is hitting McMourning up for some poison, and getting some rather shit cards out of my hand during the damage flip. I then start to fuck things up because I've placed so badly in my deployment. McMourning and the Bell want to go as late as they can in the turn, and they're blocking up everyone's route through to the centre, so I end up moving the Nurse slowly over the wall, which was a terrible idea. She might as well have just moved up as close as she could here, because now she's going to lose inches again on the wall. My opponent goes with the mysterious emissary, effigy, putting the effigy buff on Pandora and then walking behind this wall, which lures out my Chiaki. I move around over here and can just see the effigy behind this wall and hit him for insignificant, and some chi. Which is okay, but I've already forgotten the plan that Chiaki needs to be in the centre with McMourning to protect him from all the horrible paralyze the Sorrow is going to be giving out. Doppelganger and Cade lure Rowan back towards the centre, which I'm perfectly fine with. This is actually where I want her, but I couldn't just move her up here to start with, otherwise I'd have got lured straight into the middle of the Neverborn crew, which would have been a bad thing. But from here I can still drop markers that are kind of out of the way, and can use my AP killing instead of slogging back towards the centre. I want you to notice how my opponent's been positioning his models though. So they're all nice and spread out, but they're also all behind cover, such that my Rotten Bell really can't see anybody or draw line of sights. And it's intensely annoying. Whereas you can observe yours truly just traffic jamming all his shit around. However, with the extra walk from the Emissary, I was able to get the Bell just into range and lure the Doppelganger round the rock by her toes and into McMourning's sights. She is dead. It's going to mean going up quite aggressive, but turning a Doppelganger into a flesh construct in the first turn is a pretty big swing, and I'm going to go for it. So I proceed to catastrophically fuck things up. Ignoring the plan, the Carrion Emissary moves out to the forest and uses his zero action to severe damage the Doppelganger for a mighty 1 damage and 1 poison, and get 3 blasts to hit the Sorrow for 1 damage and poison. Iggy and Pandora then cruelly use Martyr to wick away the damage, and so no one takes any poison. My Emissary's right slap bang in the middle of the board with no cover, And I've used my 0 action, so I can't put up the shards and get my zombie next turn. Oh, I was so angry at myself. So McMourning goes, takes Catalyst Poison from Sebastian. That's the stuff, pushes and charges the Doppelganger. And I don't know what happened here, guys. I don't even nearly kill her. I must have black jokered or something. I honestly don't know. I think I used the 13 of Tomes for Chiaki's attack to get her chi. But still, I should have... Stupid phone. I should have done something here. I'm dumbfounded, to be honest. She might have like 2 poison on her or something. And I decide it's not worth the expunge, so I injection the emissary over here and drop a scheme marker. And now it's Pandora's go, and I'm in a terrible position. Pandora incites McMourning. It's a duel that uses her willpower, so she gets to push, and she gets the trigger to do it again, so she incites the emissary, succeeds, pushes again, and causes him to butt rape himself, casting 7, minimum damage 5. 3 damage from his attack, and then 2 extra little blips of damage from Pandora and the Sorrow. So at the end of the turn, that's how we look. McMourning takes some poison and pushes over here, trying to, he's terrified of that Sorrow now that Chiaki's all the way over here. So I'm trying to block line of sight. Sebastian, by the way, is all the way back here because the Bell and McMourning were blocking him up. He could only move to here and just twiddle his thumbs. And yeah, McMourning has got to do some serious work next turn, or yeah, I'm in trouble. Turn 2, can't complain, don't have to Soulstone, and I can do work with this hand. My opponent flips like a 2 for initiative, and I flip 3, he cheats a 5, and I Soulstone. Flipping the 4. Fuck. My opponent goes with the Effigy and just puts the Effigy buff on Pandora. And my positioning is screwed me a bit, so McMourning's incited, so I decided to go with him, as I need him to get some work done right away. I find I can't push out of Pandora's engagement this way. I probably could have done it this way, so I couldn't get a charge on the Sorrow. I reckon I could have done it if I'd gone this way. Damn. Anyway, didn't see that, so I hit Pandora, not expecting to hit her. If I do, that's nice, but I just want to knock her out of the way, and she obliges. I failed the duel. I then Rancid Transplant the Sorrow twice for 4 poison, and expunge. But because I am a complete dickhead, I did not learn my lesson from the last turn. And Pandora just martyrs away one of the damage, leaving the Sorrow very much alive and me very much without a flesh construct. And now I'm seriously in a lot of trouble. Rowan gets lured in by Cade and double pounced. My opponent hits Cade's trigger for extra damage, and I black joker the defense. Oh, and I get slow, so I think I'm on like 1 damage left. Oh no, Cade did 8 damage, so I've got 2 damage left, and I'm sat right by this suspiciously placed scheme marker. Oh, and this was a situation my opponent found extremely funny. He's now used 4 AP to try to get this Sorrow to do its 8-inch teleport, and failed every single time. So it's still stuck here on his board edge. Oh, and I've messed this up a bit. I should have mentioned at the beginning of the term the effigy accomplice to the Doppelganger who got out of dodge and went all the way around here to be safely away from McMourning. So basically what we've got here is Rowan shanking the Rogaru for some damage, getting 2 attacks in thanks to unnecessary surgery on a poisoned model. Which doesn't do too badly, but it's not enough to kill the beast. The Bells come up and tailed Pandora. The nurse is just slowly running to try to get within range of the marker. She manages it. And then I forget I've expunged all the poison off this Sorrow, so Sebastian runs around here to get within his induction range, thinking to kill it as soon as it activates, martyr or no martyr, but of course I'm a fucking idiot. And it looks like Iggy's just dropping scheme markers. Rogara goes, heals itself with a scheme marker, and then kills Rowan, scoring Dig Your Graves, and then wanders back over here. Sorrow's decided to tail McMourning rather than paralyse him, and I'll take that. Oh, and he's also tailed Sebastian, which is a pain. Chiaki's placed a scheme marker, and I don't know, try to make someone insignificant again, probably. I might have tried to kill the Sorrow and failed. And then I positioned the Chihuahua over here so that it's difficult for my opponent to get Pandora out of sight. I probably shouldn't have cared too much, as if he did get her somewhere she'd be out of sight, I would score claim jump, which is going to be the much harder scheme to get points off now. So at the end of the turn, McMourning takes poison and pushes off over here. If he gets a good turn, he can still be lethal, so I've got to try to position to maximise that. We both score a point for Talem, and we both score a point for Extraction. My opponent has more models though, and so the marker moves over here. Oh, and obviously he scored a point for Dig the Graves. Turn 3, I can't fault my hand for how badly things are going, but I think I did have the Soul Stone. But I lose the initiative because Doppelganger, I really miss her. Effigy goes, gives Pandora his buff, and then accomplices Pandora, who incites the Chihuahua and the nurse, I think, and then unloads on McMourning, who Soul Stones desperately, just barely managing to hang on. Because my opponent's a Neverborn bastard, he forces me to activate the Chihuahua, who just runs in here, stays out of 2 inches from McMourning, and poisons Pandora, which tells me McMourning is probably only on 1 wound left. Iggy, with his new damaging close combat attack, charges in, but he can't make the last wound on McMourning stick. Panic button time! The nurse runs in and cheats her 6 of crows to paralyse McMourning and heal him 13 wounds. Sweet! What I should have done was to discard the 6 of crows first before doing the move, because then even if I Black Joker the Take Your Meds cast, I would still get the suit, and thus the effect, so remember for next time. But yeah, super happy with that. In anticipation of all the poison I might be able to spread, I move, what's his face, Sebastian up here with Accomplice, to be within induction range of pretty much everyone. Something else happened, and then I'm worried about Chiaki getting locked up so that she somehow can't remove the paralyze on McMourning. Again, I was probably a bit too worried about this than I should have been. Oh, you can see Sebastian dropped a marker, by the way. So yeah, as soon as I can, I get Chiaki to go and remove the paralyze from McMourning, ready to rock. The Sorrow goes and paralyzes him again because I Black Joker. Fuck! Doppelganger then copies Cade, luring McMourning through this little gap in the rock here, taking damage from the Sorrow and Pandora as we go, getting pounced by the Rogaru, and I'm surely out of Soul Stones by now. Cade charges in and hits the Black Joker, but it's fine because he hits the Black Joker. He hits all the damage for the next swing, and McMourning goes down. Hats off to my opponent there. He pretty much killed McMourning twice in 1 round. What can I say? Well done, that man. So at the end of the turn, I'm totally fucked. Although I do score Claim Jump and the Talem, and for the centre, the strategy. Pandora scored Diggy Graves on McMourning, Talem on Sebastian, and for the centre, obviously. And move the marker back over here, where I'm never going to get it again. So yeah, limping into turn 4, oh my goodness, did I only make it this far? I lose the initiative, I lose the nurse, which was a real shame because I was going to have some hilarious fun stocking Sebastian up with as much poison as I could. But them's the breaks. I think a Chiaki still can't kill that mother-fucking Sorrow, and goes down to the Rogaru, and then Sebastian says what the hell and does Bloody Harvest twice. And it's really funny having to see someone cheat a TN8 duel on 2 Sorrows and their master. Oh yeah, this Sorrow did make it eventually from the board edge, motivated no doubt by the threats of what my opponent would do to him if he failed another Misery Loves Company. Insidiously Mad was very careful to tail Sebastian and then not do anything to upset him for the rest of the turn, because he was on 1 wound, no Soul Stones, and pretty much anything that duelled him would result in his death. And as much as I'm sure Sebastian would love to fight on, I can't score any more points, and we call it there. Final scores: Pandora got 4 points for Extraction, 3 points for Talem, and 3 points for Dig Their Graves. McMourning scored 2 points for Extraction, 2 points for Talem, and 1 point for Claim Jump, making the game 10-5 to the Neverborn. And yeah, that was not a good showing for my first outing with McMourning. I've lost games worse than this, but I'm not sure I've played games worse than this. Terrible deployment, forced me to make bad activations and positioning in the first turn, and dreadful use of poison and AP surrounding that. I couldn't kill a motherfucking Sorrow. Oh my goodness. Did I kill anything? No, I didn't. Wow, yeah, this was harsh. Insidiously Mad is a really good player, and I think it's fair to say Pandora is one of his strongest masters. I can't really tell how seriously he was playing me, but with the way I was playing, he certainly didn't need to try that hard. Oh well, at least I've played Pandora now, and know a little bit more about what to expect from her. Hope you got something out of this debacle. I certainly did, actually. This was a really fun game. But now I'm going to enjoy putting it behind me. Take care.